So for the evidence that I want to share with you for this week's episode, it is coming from the S.K. Pierce mansion.
My favorite. Oh my God. There's been so much S.K. Pierce stuff on social media recently. They opened it back up for renting, and I'm like commenting like, I love you. Give me a free night at the S.K. Pierce. Come on, I got some evidence. Don't you want to see it? Like, that's such a good place.
Oh, well, I bet it has something to do with the fact that, not too long ago, I showed you that it was for sale.
Yeah.
And so I think it has, like, that's concluded. They sold it. And whoever has it now, I did look it up. You can still rent it out. And it's not like a per room thing. From what I saw, you can either rent it for, like, let's call it a ghost hunt. And not an overnight, but just a ghost hunt. So you can have it like we did from, let's say, 8 to 1 o'clock or whatever. I don't remember the exact time. Or you could do overnight. So one is like $600 and one is like $1,200. So
wow, that's steep. Is it US Ghost Adventures? It has to be with that kind of price. It's not?
Wow. No, it's not. I actually think it might be, though I couldn't remember exactly, but you went there. You went to the S.K. Pierce house when it was still like under remodeling.
Shit, I wouldn't even say remodeling. It was like barely standing up.
It was looking rough. And you went on a public ghost hunt, and there's some EVPs underneath the S.K. Pierce playlist on our YouTube channel. We're not going to go over them, even though I was kind of there. You were Skyping with me, so I was doing like a Zach Bagans thing.
It's funny. That's so true.
Yeah, but it wasn't because I was on house arrest or anything. I just couldn't make it there when she was going, and it was a public thing. And whoever you went with, I think that's who bought it. From the website that I was looking at, there was like something at the bottom, a watermark or whatever. What do they call that? And the name sounded familiar, but at this moment, I don't know what that is. And it doesn't matter. If you just Google S.K. Pierce haunted, it'll pop up if you ever want to like rent it out. But yeah, it is pricey. I think when we actually got to both go in 2020, it was a lot cheaper than that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I think so. When I went with that group, it was Brandy, the empathetic medium, and her team, or it wasn't her team. Like, she did work with that team, and they did a filming. Like, they had like a camera crew there to record a lot of it. And it's so funny that you're talking about this because I just came across that DVD when I was unpacking. Like, I have it. I have a DVD of the night I was there with the team. So I don't remember their name though.
But okay, so now I think I'm thinking of it. Was it like, or would you remember? It was like Sinister Paranormal or something. Does that sound familiar?
Sinister does sound familiar, but I don't know. I had the photographer that was there. I hope I'm saying his name. I think his name was Jason Baker. I followed him on Instagram forever and a day, and he does a just bang up job on abandoned locations, just the filters that he uses. Places aren't creepy enough. Okay. Now he's got to have a filter on it too. It looks straight out of fucking a nightmare. And I think his name is Jason Baker. So try and look him up. He was there that night taking pictures of the place because they had hired like this film crew too. So he had done a really nice job on the artwork of the S.K. Pierce house. So I don't know if that's still out there, if it now belongs to S.K. Pierce, or if he was working with that group and that's the group that owns it. Maybe they worked out a deal, and no, I don't know.
I don't know. We don't remember that, and it doesn't matter. We're not really trying to promote them, but it is a good location. So if you want to stay there yourself, you could just book it online. It's easy enough. If you have no idea what the S.K. Pierce house is, I printed off because I can't remember names and shit or anything like that. So I had to get myself a little refresher here.
Ooh, so it's really going to jog you're going to really test my my goldfish memory, right? With all
Well, I don't want to spend too much time on it, and I definitely don't want to just sit here and read to you. So I'm just going to skim it to give you some names. So the house was built by Sylvester Knowlton Pierce. That's S.K. Pierce, if I'm saying his middle name right. And he owned a furniture company. He made a lot of chairs, apparently. And it was a big deal. Like, it was a big production. So, and it's in Gardner, Massachusetts. Maybe. I don't, like, my speech impediment won't let me say it right.
Top of it, Massachusetts.
Yeah. He built the house, and it's all fancy and big and beautiful, and he was just trying to show off, and he moved in with his wife Susan and their sons. A little later, Susan passes away. He remarries to Ellen. So I'm just throwing out names for you. They're living in the house, they're dying in the house, so they can be there in, haunting the house still. Mm-hmm. Then the sons take over the house, and one of the sons, they fought over the house. Mm-hmm. One of their sons' name is Edward. I don't seem to have the other one's name, but I guess Edward got the house. And his little girl, 2-year-old daughter named Rachel, she died in the house. Mm-hmm. So these are all like potential spirits that are still existing in the house. But Edward couldn't keep up the business and the home, and it was very expensive to run. So it turns into a boarding house. And some people say that there was prostitution going on, and gambling and drug use. And, people might just be really negative of boarders, and that's why they're throwing that stuff out. Or maybe it really was seedy. I don't know. We weren't there. But they just always seem to tell that same story with boarding houses, don't you? Yeah, it's always like the trifecta. It's always those things: drugs, sex work, gambling, all terrible. Could have just been an apartment complex where nice people lived. Who knows? So while it's a boarding house, there is, let's tell some of these other stories. First, there's a woman that was said to be strangled, but there's no name.
Oh, yeah.
So is it a real story? I don't know. There's also a young spirit of a little boy people have seen, like with blonde hair, running around. Not really sure where he's coming from. And a former nanny, that would have been from the Pierce family. And then they've also seen a dark-haired woman. So the only famous boarder that people list as one of the ghosts for the house is Eno Sari, if I'm saying that name right.
I think so.
And he lived in the house and had his own room, as far as I understand. And people tell this wild story that they believe that he spontaneously combusted because his bed set aflame and he died. But the rest of the room didn't really burn up or anything. But even while we're there, we mentioned how it would kind of make more sense that maybe he fell asleep with a cigarette or something. And then people ran in and stopped the fire, so.
Yeah.
But he is one of the spirits that are said to be there. So Susan, Rachel, in the videos that I'll play you might hear us saying those kind of names. And then, of course, they say all kinds of things happen. They even say furniture could move. They say they hear see doors slam, noises at the windows, and then EVPs, and even seeing shadows or whatever. We did not see any shadows while we were there. We did not see any furniture move. But EVPs and odd noises, they were definitely there.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just sitting over here listening to you and kind of reliving certain moments that happened. So when you're like, we didn't see, and I'm like, well, something. We definitely heard and saw something. But yeah, it was that's a fun place. I love it.
Yeah, they're definitely a noisy bunch.
Yeah, way to describe them. Yeah, for real.
But okay, I have lots of videos and stuff to share. Okay. So I apologize if this drags out, but let's just get to it. I'm gonna screen share. Okay.
Letting us know who might be up here.
And here we go.
Oh yeah. Okay. Right away. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, and maybe it's not saying Logan, but that's all that I could make out of it. And if it's coming through the spirit box and it's just so loud that you could hear it from my headphones to my camera, how come I'm not saying anything? You know?
It doesn't seem like you are recognizing anything
No, I even say a little later, I'm not really getting anything.
Mm.
So I don't think it's coming from there. I really think that it was just in the room. And
We were in the tower.
yeah, this is in the tower. I'm on the stairs.
Mm.
Again, I don't know why it's saying Logan. That's not any of the names. But maybe that's not exactly what it's saying. That's just all my brain would let me hear after a
Yeah.
while. So then here's another part of that. It's not an
The floor was
EVP.
shaking right here. I'm not.
No.
Or anything right? No. The floor was shaking right here. I'm not. I mean, I'm sitting here, but I shouldn't be moving boards. Just like moving my arms or something. Okay.
So I didn't really start in the right spot, but you comment like before I could even hear you, you're like, the floor is like kind of shaking. And then you asked me if I can feel it. And I can't feel anything from the steps. And I don't know what, I mean, this is a tower on a Victorian home. So maybe it's the wind, but how come you feel it and I don't? And what else is in here? I think there's one more EVP.
Someone up here with us? Someone up here with us?
Yeah, it's quiet.
It's quiet, yes. And that's why I made notes this time, because I know a lot of our EVPs can be very low.
Yeah.
And I wanted to make sure that I could still explain it appropriately, like what I was hearing when I have my noise canceling headphones on, the volume's turned way up and everything.
Right.
And this note sounds kind of electronic and as if it's coming from the spirit box. But again, why do I not comment on anything? And I don't. I sit there and say I'm not really getting anything after that. And then we decide to move on to a different space.
Huh. I remember that floor vibrating. I remember that.
What did it feel like to you?
Just as if you were standing on some kind of floorboards and a heavy car kind of drove past you, just that like vibrating, as if, a big truck is coming down the road, that sort of thing. But you're standing on ground. Obviously we were in that hollow room that was built. It was just wooden. So it's not like I was on concrete. I didn't have a solid firm base. So that's what it felt like, as if something was driving by, shaking the boards.
Yeah. And so it's right by like a busy road. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that could be causing it. I don't know why I'm not feeling it, but you are.
Yeah.
I mean, the people that own it now are people that are renting it out. Maybe they can tell us like, oh yeah, I feel that all the time. So comment and let us know. All right, let me go on and okay. Crank it all the way up. I'm not going to talk so I don't blow your ears out, but see if you can hear these noises.
All right. Were there chickens or guinea hens there?
Because you can hear some noise.
Yeah, I heard the camera, and then I heard, it could have been a man crying. Like it's a weird high pitch, but like the high pitch seems off. Yeah. It's so creepy. To me, it sounds like a man weeping.
Okay, so what people won't know, because I'm going to cut it all out, is that Chris had to switch from her mic to these headphones because apparently this is probably so faint that you're not going to pick it up unless you have your volume on your computer, phone, whatever, at full blast. I listen to all my recordings on full blast with my headphones. So maybe that's why I didn't know that she wouldn't be able to hear it. So you might come to our YouTube page and be like, what is she even talking about? There's nothing here. Again, it's got to be on full blast with headphones. I didn't say it was a good EVP. I didn't say it was a good sound. It's not even an EVP. It's just sound. But that might happen with all of the audio. All this audio comes from my very first Zoom recorder that I had. It's like the black one that, I don't know, it looks like a little microphone. And I will tell you, all of the audio wasn't that great. Like, I have a different Zoom recorder now and it's very loud. This one, I don't know, maybe I had the settings wrong. Everything did sound quiet. So that is also why you've got to like crank everything up.
I see.
So I do apologize, but we're going to still try to like share this. I don't know how much you're hearing of it. If I'm looking at this later and we're not hearing anything, maybe I'll just cut all of it out.
Tell me what did you hear when you were listening to it? Because like
it sounds squeaky and high pitched, like you were talking about. So when we were there, physically there, it sounded like footsteps. And you even said it sounds like somebody pacing back and forth up in the
That's what that is
floor
supposed
tower.
to be? Oh,
Yeah.
man.
But on the audio, on the audio, it came out as like a squeaky, like high pitch, almost metal sound. Like think of like a bed. Think of a bed, like going back and forth or something.
What do you mean think of a bed?
Maybe I just have a really filthy mind, but that's what it sounds like, a bed like scooting across the floor, you know, somebody's doing their business. If it was like a metal bed, that's the sound that it sounds like to me. But when we were there, it sounded like footsteps.
Yeah. If this is the moment that I'm remembering, then it wasn't that your mic just recorded it quiet. I mean, maybe your mic, okay, it recorded quiet. I think it got poisoned by the spirit there, because what we heard in that moment was just like, it was so loud, and it just seemed like it was any minute there was going to be the person that was making all the noise. Hello, but no, person never showed up. And also, like, I was a little scared to go and find out who the hell this was, because it was me and you and a couple of really sweet elderly people downstairs reading and playing crossword puzzles. So like, they weren't up there. It was us and noisy spirit. And what you just played for me is almost like I hear a man weeping. Like, that's what came through when all of that other energy we felt was going on. That is insane. That's insane.
I do really think that it's just the recorder was not set right or whatever. And that's why it's so low. And but so again, we just had a lot of technical difficulties that we're going to cut out. So I don't know if this will get cut out or not, but this is towards the end of the night. So I played the video from the beginning of the night where we start off in the tower. And then this is at the end of the night. I'm taking pictures. Chris is in the closet of this like kind of like what was a gaming room or a billiards room or something. And I just started hearing these noises out of nowhere. And I go to investigate, and it sounded like somebody was freaking nuts up in that tower and just pacing back and forth. And it was terrifying. Like, I know we should have just went up the stairs to see if somebody was there or not, but it sounded loud and like it just was like, when are you gonna freaking leave? And the reason this is the only thing I have left is this audio recorder that's not doing a very good job, is because all our other cameras were dead. Like, I had nothing left. Everything was on the charger down in the dining room. And this audio recorder is the only thing that had battery left. So I walked around with it while I took pictures. And then, so I start hearing the noise, and then I go to get Chris because it's so insane. And I know she's in this closet, and I didn't want to scare her. So I'm like, Chris, and she says, yeah. And then I get to the closet door, or like right by the crack, and Chris screams her fucking head off. To the tension of the situation, you know, there's someone pacing in the tower, and now Chris is screaming, where I didn't expect her to scream, because I thought I got her, like, let her know I'm coming, but she said that she thought I was further away.
Yeah.
And
I didn't expect you to be right there.
Yeah, you saw the shadow really before you realized that it was me. And so you're trying to recover from that. Well, I'm sure your whole body was like freaking out. And then I'm like, yeah. And also listen to this.
Yeah, you came and got me. So that closet that I was in, it's pretty infamous at the S.K. Pierce mansion. And I'm not really sure where the story started, but some people feel like the woman was being abused, and she was locked in that closet. And maybe it was more than one woman. So you go in there and you get like a really bad vibe. So they say, you know, if your woman go lock yourself in the closet and see what happens. So it's not a fun experience by any means. And I'm in there, and this is not the first time that I've done the closet, but yeah, I remember being in there in the dark, just trying to get that bad vibe and not feeling very good, and thinking that Wendy was, I don't know, in the hallway or something. But then all of a sudden it was just I'm in the closet expecting something to happen, and then I see the shadow, and I react the same way I always do whenever something appears that I'm actively looking for, but also not expecting.
So this is off topic somewhat. I mean, it was the same night, but it has nothing to do with the SK Pierce house. When we were driving from SK Pierce back to our hotel, because we only stayed at the SK Pierce until like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and we were going back to the hotel, we drive by this old dilapidated like building, and I go, oh my gosh. Chris is driving, by the way. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Chris slammed on her brakes.
What?
In the middle of a road and goes, what? And I was like, no. I'm like, I just thought the building was creepy and beautiful.
This is how I react, guys. You take me anywhere.
It's pretty hilarious, though. Like, it's definitely good for a good laugh. But okay, about this noise. When we were there, it sounded like footsteps pacing. When you listen on audio, it sounds like metal to me.
Yeah, right.
So right before you go into the closet and I am out there by myself, there is another sound that we got. And this is very faint, so you're probably going to have a hard time hearing it.
All right.
Oh my God, I can't even hear it now. Hold on. It is so faint, but we heard it in real time is the thing.
Okay.
You hear that whistling? Yeah, I heard that whistling. Who's the whistler?
And nobody answers. Nobody tells us who the whistler is. But
That's too bad.
Thinking if that's a metal sound on audio, and then we got this whistle before, it makes me wonder what was on the roof of the SK Pierce house. Could there be a weather vane? Could there have been some kind of vent, like that hospital that's also in Massachusetts, that we thought was like screaming, and it was just a vent thing. I know that there wasn't those like big vent twirly things on the roof, but a weather vane, I'd have to look at old pictures. I don't think I have any really from outside.
Oh.
I mean, I'm sure you can find them online though. But we hear the whistle there, and we had not heard it previously in the night, and it was windy all night long.
Yeah, it was.
I feel like we would have heard it if it was just a weather vane on top of the house.
It's possible. I have some pictures of the mansion in my catalog. I can go back and look at. You know, it was such an ornate, decorative house that it would shock me if they put one of those spinny old-timey vents right on top. It was such a beautiful, and that's what Sylvester had built it to be like. Hey, look at me, I'm the richest man in all of Gardner, Mass, with my chair factory. So he wouldn't have put something like that on the roof, I don't think. I think if anything, it would have been possibly one of those, a squeaky weather vane, spinning around. That was me as a weather vane, in case you missed it.
The weather vane's not very Victorian mansion though. Is it? Like, I don't think that would be on top of that house. And again, we were up there earlier in the night. The wind was blowing. Why didn't we hear it?
We didn't hear anything like that. Yeah.
None of that.
True.
We didn't hear the footsteps in the tower. We didn't hear any squeaky metal sounds. And we even note that it sounds like a whistle.
Yeah.
So it's very specific. A weather vane shouldn't be making a whistle sound, I don't think. So, all right.
I like that. So
still on the 3rd floor. And this video is going to look weird. It's because all the video cameras were dying, and I'm filming with my cell phone that doesn't have night vision. I tried to play with it to try to see you better, and now it just looks terrible. So just know that that's why it looks all blue. But,
okay.
I think you can hear these footsteps pretty good.
Maybe just because that has furniture in it. Yeah. And somebody, did you hear?
It just
Did you hear something walking? Yeah.
Yeah.
You could hear it like boom,
Click,
boom.
clack.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think we heard like
Hello.
more, but on the video you can hear.
Did you hear something walking? Yeah. In the hallway.
I think there's a little more to
Are you
it.
walking around in front of my cell
Oh, yeah.
phone? I can't see it.
Did you hear that? Sorry.
Yes. It's a whispering. Hang on, let me turn this back up.
I think there's another
Are
one.
you coming to check us out?
I hear it plain as day saying yes, ma'am, after you ask, are you coming to check us out? But maybe other people won't make that out. That's what I hear though.
I like, to me, the footsteps are so clearly like business suit footsteps, like
Yeah, like dress shoes.
dress men, like that's what I hear. And that's perfect for this house. Like that makes sense. That's the kind of shoe that you would hear. And then there's some weird kind of whispering that I can't make out. And then a yes, I like I like that. And you caught all that with your cell phone.
Yeah. It's very breathy. Whatever has happened in the middle is breathy. And I guess you could say that maybe it's like something rubbing together. But just so you guys know, neither one of us have jeans on. Yes, our thighs do touch, but we have like those exercise like tight pants on and soft cotton shirts and stuff because we try to be mindful of that so that we don't make too much noise. I'm also standing still, like leaning up against the wall or the window to keep myself, like remind myself to not move around. So I mean, and it comes out of nowhere. And this video clip's longer too, and you don't hear any other sounds like that. Okay. So this next bit of evidence that I'm playing, as you can see, it says right there, it is 10 minutes long. I'm going to try to like speed through it so you don't have to watch the 10 minutes. But so I have, in this investigation, I must have had 2 cameras with me. I have my Sony that I'm always carrying, and then I have another camera that's stationary. I think it stayed in the red room most of the time. But this is like a 3-hour long video that I clipped down to the 10 minutes of like evidence that we found.
Gotcha.
Or I found, whatever. So right now we're on the 2nd floor. We are playing the Victrola.
Oh yeah.
Try to stir up activity, and this little bang or whatever happens on the floor. It's kind of faint, and yeah, we were walking around, but it's just funny because we mentioned that all our cameras have been dying, and where I heard the little pop on the floor was right by your bag of equipment.
I just had like complete battery drain on my video camera and it's dead. It won't come back on.
This is the 3rd camera down, guys.
That is over.
What was that?
See,
Yeah,
it's just
I heard
a
it.
little
Little
pop.
pop.
Yeah. And again, you're standing up, I'm standing up. We could have done it, but I note that I feel like it's coming from where that bag is.
I mean, it could have been the board on the floor, but there was a pop noise right by this chair.
Don't go in that bag and drain all the equipment.
Where's some more of that little battery power you got there? Yum yum.
I can take some of that. Being identified as the nanny's room?
Or he said just a servant that works here. But I imagine if you were on this floor, then you had to have a pretty important role with the family.
Was that you taking the deep breath?
No. Role with the family.
Was that you taking the deep breath?
Yeah, I hear it.
What's funny is in the moment you say, is that you taking a breath? And I'm like, no, because I hear it too. And you're like, did it sound electronic to you? And in the moment I say, no, it sounds like a breath. But now hearing it on the audio, it does sound kind of electronic. So let me play it one more time to see if you feel that way.
No.
But did you hear that?
Then you had to have a pretty important role with the family.
Was that you taking a deep breath?
Yeah.
Was that you taking a deep breath? Was that you taking a deep breath?
No.
Did you hear
Yeah.
that?
And then so right after that too, Boo Bear goes off.
I heard him. Yeah. God, I can't believe we've had all this equipment this long. It's crazy.
I know Boo Bear is so old. We should have like a birthday party for him.
Aw. Yeah, I heard
So,
Blue Bear right after that.
yeah, he set off for some reason. Neither one of us, like, we're still focused on like the breath. And I know that we then start wondering because there was somebody that had to be in the house with us.
Uh-huh.
So they're downstairs and we were kind of wondering if they had maybe made that sound. So we start looking
Yeah.
out the windows to see if maybe they went outside because we couldn't hear them in the room that they were in. But maybe if they were outside, we could hear them from one of the windows, but we could not see them. So we did go kind of investigate a little bit and didn't find any excuse for that noise. But that's all we get in that room.
Yes.
And
Is that you, Eno, since that happened right after we mentioned your name? Yours was another story that kind of got dragged through the mud after we mentioned your name. Yours,
Mhm.
this one's really faint and I can't make it out. And I know that I should just let it go. But there's just this weird
Something
pop.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, there's some kind of weird pop noise. I am sitting very still on the bed. You are sitting in a chair. And we would note if it was us popping or making sounds.
Yeah, that'd be easy to explain. Yeah.
Yeah.
yours was another story that kind of got dragged through the mud. And it's good to hear that we're finally getting some facts. Your family members are helping to piece together that puzzle for everyone. You were a veteran
Mm-mm.
to piece together that puzzle for everyone.
Yeah.
You were
It sounds like it's
you
like
were a
they
veteran.
say.
Okay, you can hear it.
Yeah.
It's so faint I can barely hear it. I did turn my volume down though. Let me turn that back up and just try it one more time.
Your family members are helping to piece together that puzzle for everyone. You were a
Okay.
veteran.
Yeah, so it sounds very like low and kind of like a hum. It's like a deep voice. But so when I say hum, I mean it's a deep voice.
That's yeah, you're picking up
Yeah.
on the decibel there. Yeah.
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 Thank you for your service. Would you mind, if that's you, Eno, tapping on the floor for us, letting us know that you're here?
Oh, you know, like with your foot tapping.
Right. What was that?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's downstairs or.
It's so weird the way that it comes through on I talked over it because it doesn't sound like it's such a loud bang. It almost sounds like it was something being dragged. It's like
Yeah. It is weird. And the people that were there, I mean, they were trying very hard to just
no, it's so quiet. Sit
be
still.
quiet. And
Yep.
I mean, they investigate as well, so they know. So it's strange, but we don't get up because we think that it might just be them. And then there's this very faint EVP afterwards. And again, you got to have it on full blast and with headphones. And I can't make it out because it's so faint. But the fact that it comes after that and we're asking them, like, is that you? That's why I still had to mark it.
I don't know if that's downstairs or.
Okay.
I don't know if that's downstairs or.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like two syllables or something. Again, it's kind of that like shuffling sound, but we're not moving. So
Right.
You know, you don't come into this ladies' room, do you?
Whoa.
oh yeah,
That was weird.
that is weird, is it not? And so my thought is, if it's not an EVP, is it dogs barking outside?
That didn't sound like dogs to me.
Also, we usually comment if
Yeah.
we hear, we would say that's dogs
There's
barking.
dogs barking. Yeah.
Yeah. Or if it was a loud car or something, we would say that too. And this is so it's so loud. And I think they're saying, why don't y'all go?
Yeah,
So it's kind of like they worked up enough energy to finally like yell at us.
that's
But
what it is like.
let me play it again.
You don't come into this lady's room, do you?
Man, yeah, that's
You?
weird.
You?
And it's that very like underwater like type
is.
sound. But I swear, like I feel like you would see some reaction from us if it was an outside noise making that sound.
It's what's weird about that I hear that. Why don't y'all go? And it's like somebody is screaming bloody murder, but underwater.
Yeah.
It's so muffled. And the fact that, okay, let me just point out another odd thing about that. We're in Massachusetts, so y'all is not a word you'd regularly hear. So who is that? Was that Eno? Was Eno? I mean, maybe this is one of the people that wasn't, part of the SK Pierce family. Like,
Yeah, you make a good point. I'm trying to look back on my notes because it did say a bit about him. He was a World War II veteran in boarding house. No, they don't say like where he's from,
Okay.
but yeah, that is a good point. It definitely wouldn't be the family, and we're talking to him, and I think he is reacting.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause I'm kind of like, why are you in the red room? Like, you need to get out of here. So I could see that he would get offended by that
Yeah.
and kind of be like,
Y'all go.
why don't you leave? This is my house. All right, let's see what else is on here.
This is a lady's boudoir. What do they call it? Boudoir. I don't know fancy words, man.
So, this might be a touchy subject, and I apologize. But from some of the things that we've heard,
I like
is
this.
that you were a man that enjoyed your whiskey, maybe? If you're here with us, could you please give me a yes or a no if that's correct or wrong?
And don't feel bad about that.
And don't feel bad about that. All right. I enjoy many glasses of wine.
I used to strongly enjoy whiskey for a while.
Oh, really?
Strongly enjoy whiskey for a while.
I gotta crank it up.
I used to strongly enjoy whiskey for a while.
Yeah, it's so faint, but I can hear syllables.
Yeah, it's very slow how it's said.
Yeah.
In my head too. And again, turn your volume way up. I promise you hear it. And I swear that's what it's saying. And it's like, you shouldn't do that. Like it's
Wow.
and it doesn't sound well. I mean, the other voice was kind of yelling at us, but it definitely sounds like they're like, that's not good.
That's exactly what it is.
Don't want us to leave. Then if you could, please make some kind of noise, or you could touch one of us or something, and we'll know to stay that you like talking to us.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
Oh, and I heard it
And
there
we'll
too.
know
Cool.
to stay that you like talking to us.
Did you just exhale loudly?
I thought you did that.
No, it was not
Look
me.
at my face.
I know. I thought you did that.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute. Like, that's you.
You.
So you go on to say, oh no, you're like, I thought that you maybe made the sound. And then I say, do you think it's possible that like I made it like, and I didn't know I made it, but I was talking.
You were talking
So
at the same time.
how could I have like a
practice.
loud
Blah,
breath?
blah.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Yeah, and then I thought, like, I say maybe it's when I was saying something, I sounded like I was hissing, except for the words that I repeat that are hissy like I was not saying at the time that breath came through. Like you would have to just listen to it when the breath came through, and then what I think it's saying. We're not going to go through it because all it does is prove that what we're telling you is
Right.
that breath did not come from us.
Sure. Yeah.
But yeah, we even try to debunk it. I'm like saying maybe it's something I said. And then there's this knock.
breath.
The wind, it's hitting the windows.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. So there was a little like rattling on the windows, and I think you said like, "What is that?" And I'm like, "No, it's the windows or whatever." And then there was this louder knock.
Like, no, it's me.
Yeah, I blame it on the window again, but and it maybe it is, but it's not the same noise. Like you can hear the rattling, and then you hear this loud knock.
Huh.
And then there's this whole like, oh, I'm sorry. I cut something off when at the very beginning of the video, we're just sitting there and
That's that camera.
that camera that's stationary in there, not the one I'm carrying and recording with, cuts off.
Yeah.
And it just cut off on its own.
Hmm.
So before we leave out of that room, I fiddle with it just to see if the battery's dead. And if you can see down there, you can see it's got like one little bar missing.
Yeah, it's got plenty of life left.
Yeah, and I cut it back on and just confirmed that, yeah, that's what it was. So let's see what's next.
But yeah, I think his bed would have been like right here. So this is probably where Enu was when he passed away.
Ooh. Yeah, that is clear. That's a man's voice again.
Very manly, and
Yeah.
he seems kind of like stern and mad.
Yeah.
That I'm saying this, and I'm not going to play it for you because it's just boring. Because all it does is prove that we got it on one thing, but not on the other. And they say that's like makes the EVP more legit, right? So that Zoom recorder is in this room at that time.
Huh.
It's sitting on the sink area where
Oh,
there's
yeah.
like photos and stuff.
Yeah.
And that EVP was caught on my Sony camcorder, but on the Zoom recorder that's recording at the same time, no
Nothing.
EVP at that moment. And this is loud to me.
Yeah, that's loud. That's a very strong EVP, I think.
Pretty sad.
Now, maybe you can't hear this, and so the whole situation is we're still in Eno's room. Well, I'm there. Chris has gone out to the hallway because she was a light was dying or something, and you had to get like new batteries. And you are kind of talking to yourself, but this is not
Shocking.
what I'm hearing is not your voice. I've known you for like 20 something years.
You've had to listen to a lot of recordings with my voice on it too.
I know your voice. There's this sound that is even, I think it has an accent to it. It is very faint, so it's going to be hard for people to hear without having volume on full blast, headphones on. But I think that she has like an Irish or Scottish like
Ooh.
accent.
Cool.
And then you'll hear you talk. So it does happen like real quick, but I loved the fact that I could hear like an accent to it.
Sad.
I gotta crank it up, I think. I do hear it. Again, it's just so low, but I can't make out what she's saying. I can hear that it's sort of like it's not as alarming like some of the other clips are. It just seems more of like like.
So what I hear is her saying, "There she goes. There she goes." Like,
oh wow,
I can't do accents, but like I don't know who she's talking about. You talking to yourself, or or maybe she thinks you're leaving or something. That is what I hear, and I feel like it's clear as long as you turn the volume way up and everything. But I think
cute.
There's another sound. That sounds like just whispering to me. Like it's so low. So like I'm sure
Yeah,
you can't hear it. The people might not be able to hear it. But again, I'm gonna mark everything, and it sounds just like
I can hear it. But what's weird is like, what is that like clicking and there's like a weird noise just before that happens, and then it's something whispering underneath it.
I think that's your footsteps because you are about to come back into
Oh,
the
I am.
room. So yeah, I think that's you
Okay.
coming back into the room.
I could just hear again, just like clicking. And this time, like how I just did when someone's saying certain words and there's like smacking at certain points. Like that's all I can make out. It's just like the P, the pop, or whatever it is.
Right. And that is a lot of the stuff that I might mark. And I
Mhm.
know that people would be like, oh my God, get real. But I can't help it. I can't help it. There is some
There's something there. Yeah.
going on. I've just listened to 3 hours, and this is the only time I'm hearing. Well, it's not the only time, but it's something to
This
me.
would be a good time if somebody else hears or if they can make it out, to help us out and leave a comment. Because like Wendy's using her noise canceling headphones, maybe you have another way to hear these EVPs to make them louder, to make them stronger so that you can actually make out what they're saying.
Yeah, and as much as I want you to watch our evidence autopsy videos, you probably need to go to the actual SK Pierce Mansion video evidence to like watch that video, play it, tell us if you can make it out.
Mm.
Tell us if it's nothing. Like you're never going to hurt my feelings if you're like I don't hear it because my husband tells me that all the time. So
Yeah, I have one of those too.
and mine's not really a skeptic. He just is, I think, deaf. But speaking of my husband, while you were out in the hallway, and I think as I was even talking about Sari, and this is like where he might have died, I think I'm trying to do an Instagram live, but I'm doing it on my phone and you can't really see.
Oh yeah.
And only 2 people like came in on the video, and it was my husband and Holland, a friend of mine. And so I cut it out, I'm pretty sure. But I just got done talking to them and saying like, bye, love you or whatever. I'm going to cut this off because you can't see anything. The room's completely dark. So I got this EVP and I don't know, maybe it's not saying what I think it's saying, but that's what I heard. So
Just what's getting out of this thing.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I mean, I really think I hear loves you for some reason. And at the beginning, it's a little iffy because I almost feel
Yeah.
like I hear something before what I think is he. Like
Uh-huh.
I hear he loves you, but right before that, there's kind of like a he, not a laugh, but I mean, there's like extra. There's extra. So I
More
might be
words.
getting that first word wrong, or maybe I'm getting the whole thing wrong. I don't know, but that's what I got in my head and couldn't get out of my head. And I thought it just was kind of funny that it came after
Right.
this video where I'm telling people bye, love you, or whatever.
I could hear that. I mean, I can't hear it very clearly. He loves you, but the pitch, like I can tell, like love you, or almost as
Yeah.
if someone's saying to me, like, "But I love you too."
Yeah, there is kind of like a rise and
Pitch, yeah.
fall to it. That's different. But I don't know. Maybe that's not what it's saying. And again, that audio recorder is in the same room and it did not pick up any of this. And then I think the next part of this video is us in the basement. I'm going to warn you.
Yeah.
I played this for my husband. He did not. He thought all of it was probably us just moving around.
Oh.
But because this is in the basement and there is like dirt on the floor. It's concrete, but it's dirty in there.
Yeah.
And some of it is movement, but I swear I hear like some voices too. But I don't know. Let me just play it for you.
I'm just having a hard time trying to wrap my head around who would be down in the basement when you've got that big, beautiful mansion upstairs. Who is the spirit that's more comfortable down in this area?
That's me moving.
Could you give me a name?
Like, what is that? It sounds like snapping to
Yeah.
me. Let me play it again for you, but
Like teeth.
that's why I played like a good part of us moving around
Yeah.
so that you can hear how it sounds when Chris moves. You can hear how it sounds when I move and how I note that it's me moving.
Mhm.
And then I don't think we're moving because Carl and I watched like the lights on the walls to try to tell if you were moving or I was moving.
Crunching something.
Yeah. And we're under the impression nobody was probably moving in this moment and just like, but also you can't make out what it's saying. And yeah, it is poppy. And that's what our footsteps sounds like. But this almost even sounds higher pitched, like a snap, and I can't snap. So if nobody heard that, it's not because the audio sucks. It's because I don't know how to snap. But let me play it again. Again, I have no idea what it could be trying to say.
Yeah. It might be trying to give us a name.
Like it's saying 3 syllables,
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't know. There's some more of stuff like this.
Well, so I don't know why I just had like, from what I heard, it was just like that. And I thought, oh my God, it's saying SK. So I wanted you to play it again. And that time it sounded like something completely different. And maybe it's the SK Pierce. Maybe it's actually the 3 syllables, but I couldn't hear it that time. So I was like, damn it.
Yeah, if I was going to guess anything, that's what I was hearing.
That
is
really?
like SK Pierce,
Huh.
but very odd. So I don't know.
Well,
Other
you know,
people tell us what they think.
Sorry, I'm talking all over you. It's exciting because he would use the basement to leave to go to work. He was the one that would be down there. And I'm asking, you have this big, beautiful house. Why would you be down here in the basement? He's going to fucking work.
Oh, you're so right. You did ask that whole thing. Like, yeah, so he would be the one hanging out down in the basement. And I think there was even a story about how he hung out down there like a little longer to finish smoking his cigars or something
that's right.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's
this
right.
is like his man cave down
That
there.
is his man cave. It was him.
So let me see what else. No, those are the footsteps from the people
I hear
upstairs.
people walking upstairs.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Wonder if they're like, where'd they go?
And that is you moving. And
Yeah.
doesn't it sound a lot like what we just heard?
I don't know. I didn't hear the same thing.
Okay. So, well, I mean, obviously, I think it's a bit different too, or wouldn't have marked it as a possible EVP. And at this time, you can see the light on the walls
Shifting,
change.
yeah.
And that's how we are pretty sure you're moving. But
yeah, it's a different weight. It's a different weight. I hear what you're saying about the noise, but it doesn't make the same exact. I mean, it could be a different rock, sure. It could have been my feet all along.
But the first one sounded like snaps, and this sounds like crunching. And I know that we are just picking hairs here, but I swear that first one sounds different. And again, you could tell us we're all insane. My husband sure did. He didn't like any bit of this.
No.
But and I was like, I hear it. I'm leaving it in. I don't care.
Where'd they go? No. Because they weren't making like any noise. And then now they're up moving around. Sorry, I'm cheating with my flashlight.
Oh shit, I didn't hear it.
Oh, well, let me play it again.
Cheating with my flashlight.
Oh.
Cheating with my flashlight.
It's weird.
Something you, I feel like maybe something you. Let me play it again.
Cheating with my flashlight.
I hate you.
Ooh.
I love
Sorry,
you.
cheating
I don't know.
I hear I hate you.
Yeah, I definitely hear like a you, and I feel like it's 3 things, and I don't think either one of us are moving in this moment. We're just staring into this room, but you know, again, I'm going to leave everything that I think is possibly something. And if you tell me you're crazy, I'm fine with you telling me that or thinking that, but I swear something's there.
I just nailed. I know, so.
Mm. Someone's yelling at us again.
Oh, I will tell you in this moment, I must have my phone in my pocket because I hear a lot of vibrating.
Okay.
And
Oh.
I feel like my family, for some reason, was blowing me up because a little while later, I make a comment about how my phone keeps going off.
Oh.
So
Okay.
there is humming and vibrating that you can hear. The possible EVP, and so I should have just trashed the whole thing because that's like really bothering some to hear that vibration in the back. But the possible EVP is more the like pop, pop, pop. There's like this really soft, not as loud as the other ones, like kind of puh, puh, puh that I hear happening. But yeah, I shouldn't have had my phone on me, guys. I don't know why I did. This was 5 years ago. I'm not really sure what I thought was going on that I had to talk to people, but they don't seem to ever care. When I'm on investigations, they still be calling.
Yep.
Sorry, deep breath in, that was me. Deep breath in, that was me.
Be
Deep
quiet.
breath in, that was me. Deep breath in, that was me.
Maybe. I mean, especially you breathing all heavy down there and stuff too. Like, because that was the second time you're like taking deep breaths and stuff. Maybe they were just like, just go away. I don't know.
Yeah.
So that's all that I got on
Yeah.
my Sony the whole time that we were there. That other stationary camera, let me show you what it got.
Yeah,
Okay.
dude. I am noisy. I'm a noisy ghost hunter. I've been kicked out of ghost hunts because of how noisy I am.
What are you talking about? Who kicked you out? Are you talking about at
Sedumsville? Sedumsville?
Yeah. They were look,
They were
guys.
pissed. They were so pissed.
That's not even cool either. So we were at this place called Sedumsville, and we were in the hallway while the people hosting the event were trying to steal all the time. But we were standing in the hallway. We're the only ones in the hallway, and a door behind us was opening, like to another room. It was like moving,
Right.
and they're trying to do like an EVP or something. I don't know. And we're like, "Is that door moving?" And we're like, "That door's moving." Like we're just staring at it, and they're like, "In the hallway, be quiet." We're like, "But the door is just be quiet."
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They were.
Paranormal unity happening here. Never mind.
They were not familiar with the term.
No, that wasn't their thing.
No.
So this one, I think that I just got some EVPs. This is when we were in the red room. The audio from this camera's crap. Okay. So it's just like a low thud. It almost sounds like a heartbeat.
I remember that.
Do you hear that?
Yeah, again, it's real faint. This video camera doesn't have good audio. I'm trying to fix that with like a new mic or whatever. But this is just an example of how we're in one room and they're like in another room.
Always.
They're banging in another room. There's faint footsteps in another room. And we're hearing it like with our own ears. And then if we left that room, they would just go do it in another room.
They would be back in this room when we're out in the hallway or something. Yeah, these ghosts fucking suck.
This was I don't know if I said this in the beginning, but the SK, this was 2022 or no, I mean 2020. So COVID had happened and the SK Pierce Mansion was closed down for a while. Yeah. And they had just started letting some groups in, and it had to be like this type of situation. Yeah. It had to be small. They weren't doing public things, and they weren't letting you just like rent out the whole space if you weren't a small group. Mm-hmm. And then they stayed their distance away from us and all of that too. So then there's this possible EVP at the end, but again, it's really faint, so you might not hear it. But we kept trying to, for some reason, we thought we were talking to the kids. So we were calling out like Rachel's name and is the little boy here? And can you tell us your name or can you make a noise so we know where to go type thing? It's like a whisper. I don't think you'll be able to hear it at all.
I could hear it. It sounded like a little kid's voice. I can't make out what it says, but I can hear a high-pitched child's, the squeakiness of a kid's voice.
Well, let me play it one more time so
Yeah.
I'm not talking over it.
Come in here and hold to what they say about you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I hear it now. I don't
Yeah.
know what's wrong with me. Maybe I was making too much noise. It does sound like a kid's voice. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. It's very little.
I wonder if that's the little blonde-haired boy. Because who else would Jimmy be?
And
James?
they didn't have a name for the little boy, I thought,
Right.
because it was some situation of like they didn't think that he belonged to that house. They just think he was attracted to the house because there's little girl's spirit there or something, or just the
Oh.
fact that it's like a family, of spirits living in this house
Sure.
or something. They didn't have any idea who the little boy was. So,
Oh, I love that. That's a good one.
so one other video. This one's funny.
Oh boy.
It's not really funny, but let me find it. Okay, so before I play this is from that stationary camera in the red room. Before we came into the red room, I believe that we are playing the Victrola out in the hallway.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
It's of orbs. So it's of orbs, and I know that people hate orbs, and we don't subscribe to orbs. We don't take photos and be like, oh my God, look at all the orbs. No, it's dust, it's lights. I get it. These are just a little interesting to me, so I clipped it. Don't hate me. I don't subscribe 100% to this either. I just say, I don't know.
All right. Let's bring it back old school with the orbs.
So it's down at the end of the bed. Oh, no,
Okay.
the first one goes across the bed. Oh, that's me fucking with the camera. Hold on. Oh, this is right after we left the room. I apologize. I told the whole story wrong. It was after I checked to make sure that the battery was still working.
Oh, yeah.
And then the first orb, dust, whatever, bug. I think I even say maybe it's a bug. Should go like across the bottom of the bed. And I'm not going to like speed through it because I'm afraid I'll miss it. There will be like something that pops up that tells you.
Will you make it full screen for this?
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Thanks.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I didn't go back far enough. Maybe still not back far enough.
Yeah, you just missed it.
Oh my God.
There it goes.
Yeah. And it kind of looks like maybe it even has
spirit.
wings.
That's not a bug or an orb. That's a spirit.
It is floating across, and I tried to ask Carl and Eric what they thought, and this is the reason I decided to clip it, is because they did not think it looked like bugs.
No,
So
it looks like a child's hand.
it's just floating across.
Yeah.
And so let me speed this up. Sorry.
That's not a bug for sure. It's too it's not flapping. A moth sure would kind of float, but how many bugs do you remember seeing?
Exactly. I don't remember any bugs ever like in our face or anything like that. And we had just left this room. Like, so where'd they come from?
Right.
So I leave these long pauses between them to show you how nothing else is happening, how there's no other dust happening or bugs happening before we see something like that again. Now, this one I do believe is at the bottom of the bed, and we'll kind of like brush over it.
Oh.
Yeah. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did. Ooh.
That is not a bug. Is it dust? I don't know. It doesn't
shimmer.
No, it doesn't move like you would think dust would either.
Dust usually has a shimmer to it too, doesn't it? It has like a sparkle to it.
Yeah, because it catches the light in the little particles, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just not what I see. I mean, I look at these videos. We've been doing this for like 17 years. I watch these videos all the time. You could count on one hand how many orbs we might think we saw. So I'm not like orb crazy. Please don't hate. You could say whatever you want, but I'm just saying it looks suspicious.
I
is
like
all.
it. I like both of them. Of all the places that we go to, like you only get the orbs when you're taking pictures with flash, so we write that sort of thing off immediately. Video, I don't know when the last time I saw a shimmering ball of light in a video, in any of our videos. Like I just don't ever see it anymore. And I mean, yeah, sure. If you want to say that, I mean, I'm writing them off because I immediately recognize it as being dust. Sure. Neither one of those looked like dust or bugs to me. That's interesting.
Yeah, I thought so. So it's out there and it's open for debate. Um,
Mm.
so this next one also, again, you can crucify me if you want. This was the recorder is on while we're setting up for a spirit box session and an SLS. You're
Mm.
not in the room. You went to go get something.
Yeah.
And I am unpacking like a bad man. And that's what you're going to hear is a lot of unpacking. So I realized that I should just disregard anything that happens in that time frame, but I can't, when it doesn't sound like me unpacking.
You know what it sounds like to me? That right there, it sounds almost like someone is kind of like leaning back in a rocking chair, like a little kind of click.
It definitely, I don't know that it's an EVP, and that's why I just called it a sound. But I hear all the noises I'm making with the stuff that I'm doing, and it sounds out of that. Like it doesn't sound like me digging around in a bag or whatever. Let's see, there's some more.
Yeah.
That sounds a lot like that time that we got yelled at. Why don't y'all just go? Sounds like the same kind of like echoey underwater, like kind of angry voice. And then there's another one in a minute.
Yeah, I hear it.
And I just don't think it's me.
Yeah. No, I mean, honestly, it sounded more male to me. Yeah.
It's whispering.
It's whispering. Yeah.
And it's at the same time that I'm opening up my camera or whatever. So that kind of goes over it.
Yeah.
Almost like,
Mumbling.
where are you?
I wonder who it was talking to.
Then we talk about battery drain again. And
Yeah.
you know what? I made some notes that I just wasn't even looking at.
You did some calculations? You got some graphs?
Yeah, I do. No, because I thought that actually maybe I could make out some sounds.
Oh.
That second one, I thought, if it's anything, it says they just doing this.
That's right. That is right.
Did I? Wait a minute. Sounds like a deep exhale. Faint female voice. You know what? I don't think I wrote my notes properly enough to understand which is which. The first one, 2 syllables. The second one, deep exhale. Okay, so maybe it's the third one. The third one would have been, which one's the third one? That's the breath. Oh, like she's whispering. They just doing this.
That's what you hear, huh? It's too low for me. I can't hear it.
And there's other background noise going on at the same time. So
right. I hear the camera and stuff. Yeah.
I think I played it like a million times to ever think that I was getting a sentence out of it.
I like that. They just doing this.
Yeah, like she's like, they just won't go away. They won't give up. And then I thought this one was a man's voice, and it said, "You have to hide." So
Oh,
it's like they're talking to each other.
yeah. Yeah.
I think it's Hyde that I really make that I can hear. And I even said it sounds mechanical,
Oh,
but I don't know. My notes are kind of wild. So maybe I'm getting this all mixed up. Oh, this one I wondered if it was you talking. And I thought it said that's all I do, but because I think you were like putting stuff on the table
okay.
or saying like this is all that we have or something like that. But you're talking to yourself before then and you're not whispering. So
That's good.
maybe I need to play it so you can.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that's me. I can hear me going through the list, and I usually do it in that voice. I'm not like starting to whisper to myself. There I am.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
it doesn't sound the same.
Yeah.
And then
Oh,
there's
I
this.
missed that one. Hmm.
And that's just a whole lot of like I don't know that I don't know what they're saying. I don't think I made a guess. That's all I do. Chris said possible EVP something do. Yeah, I said I thought it was saying do, and then I can't make out the rest. Or I said I don't know how these two things go together. Where I think that they're saying the word do, but then I also say or maybe they're saying get out. I don't know. Those don't sound anything alike, Wendy, but this is how my brain works listening to EPPs.
I
But
get
let's
it.
play it again. See, now I hear get out, but
Get
then
out.
there's this weird like or
That's what
whatever.
I was gonna say there's like a hissing or something that's going on along with it. So is it two different like ghosts that are happening, at the same time, and one's hissing and one's saying get out, and that's why it's a little distorted? That's a weird.
They did sound like they were talking to each other. So, I mean, I guess that would make sense if they're having a conversation, or maybe they're saying like that they need to get out, like
Oh,
and just
maybe.
get away
Yeah.
from us.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Get out or something. Maybe it's not a hissing. Maybe it's a matter of the way, but that's what I'm picking up. Like it's a hissing for some reason. I don't remember anything being angry with us down there though. I remember when stuff started to happen. I mean, with the
Yeah.
SLS.
Yeah, which we'll play. This one has, I think, another.
Almost sounds like someone's popping knuckles.
Yeah, that's the tripods
Oh, that makes sense.
locking.
So yeah, it's whispering.
Yeah, I thought it was saying something like find the key, which makes no sense.
They're trying to get the fuck out. Get out of here. Let's go.
That doesn't make any sense at all. But yeah. So then let's play the only other time the SLS has mapped something. Skip that.
You're mapping something?
I'm mapping something right next to you.
Well, yeah, it's a device right here on the table. If you talk into it, I can hear you.
So I'm like the larger one, I'm
It
pretty
just
sure.
appeared right
Or
next to
no,
you.
I'm the smaller
recording.
thing.
You're the up one that's up.
To your right,
Yeah.
it just disappeared. Did you just reach for it?
Yeah, I did. I
Yeah,
didn't
you
mean to
did.
scare you. I'm sorry. I just didn't know which side you were on, and I wanted to make sure you saw the recorder, or it's not a recorder, the radio right in front of me.
So we're doing a spirit box at the same time, and then I think it comes back.
Yeah, it does. It took a minute.
Can you tell me your... Or Sarah?
There's someone to the left of you. We just have another figure pop up. It was to the right. I apologize, and it just disappeared as soon as you moved. popped up to your, where are you? I'm not mapping you. Oh, there you are.
So, I'm sorry, was that, or is your name Sarah?
There's a bug.
I couldn't make it out. And it is cutting through the stations. I changed it.
Okay.
Okay, it's about to come again.
Anything the other way.
Yeah.
Is there a man here with us now?
Yes. Did you get here? A yes? There's some, I'm mapping something. It just appeared.
Is it Mr. Pierce, or we heard, is it Jay that plays the organ? Is that who the magician was? No.
Musician.
I always say that word wrong.
It's still there.
What's your name?
So this time it's like behind me, or it's
He
to
can
the other
answer
side
this.
of me.
Well, if you don't talk into this radio, talk into that recorder on the organ. Organ, what is wrong with me?
It's late. It's still there. So it's a man that's in this room with us.
Is it Mr. Pierce, or is your name David, or Enoch?
No.
I wish we would have known that
Something
Jimmy
about who was touching my hair.
at that
It's
time.
really close to you. It is like on top of you. It's probably touching your hair. That's crazy.
Now my whole body is like getting chills.
Oh my god, this is awesome. It's like right there. It's right on top of you. It's like,
Doing the Roger
I don't
Rabbit.
know why, but yeah, pretty much right on top of you. Do you still feel the chills?
Is it like adult size?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it felt like maybe it was like standing behind me, and just at that time, it just felt like something just like going in my hair. And it
That's
was
wild.
crazy because it does almost look like an arm is extending or something. It's, you can't see it on the SLS that it's actually like making contact with my little like stick person. But yeah, it was wild, the feeling. And then my whole body just got chills.
Wow.
And, you know, there's other times that we felt like we've gotten touched or something like that. And it doesn't always like equal full body chills.
Right.
So that was a
That's-
different experience for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's good. That was an old camera too that I had right there. Like, it's just so shitty. I'm so glad it lasted through this whole session.
I think we switch maybe, and then I'm not sure. Do you remember? I mean, I watched this video. Did we get another one? Oh, I didn't make any notes on it.
I don't know. I felt like after you got the chills,
You don't
like
feel-
that was the highlight, but maybe it came back.
Let's just see if this
Feel
is.
the cold breeze anymore?
No, I don't have the chills anymore.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
that's
gone.
still me.
It disappeared.
It was like I got chill bumps, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is just after it's gone.
I kind of heard you've got a figure next to you again, and I heard a noise next to my right ear, and it got chilly here for a second. There was a little figure that appeared right next to your left side.
Oh, is it Rachel or the little boy? You know, they don't know your name. If you're the little boy, it'd be good if we had your name.
You end up making the comment that you're like ghost hunters, like the show, because you're like not recording it. But I mean, that happens. Like, I guess we get like maybe why they're not recording, but not because don't they have cameramen?
Yeah,
But-
they have cameramen. I am just an old lady customer service person. Like, I'm doing my best. I'm doing instead of like taking pictures of everything, like I'm looking at everything. So I've got the camera, but I'm watching the SLS, and then I'm like, oh yeah, back to the screen. I forgot.
Oh yeah, I
supposed
forgot.
to do this.
You know, it's about being present in the moment and experiencing it. So sometimes, yeah, you're too busy like watching it with your own eyes. But I don't think we catch it. It's gone by the time.
Oh, damn.
I just want to tell you, something just blew on my hair.
Oh yeah, and so you felt like
that's
something
not what
kind
I
of
was gonna
touched
tell
you
you.
too.
I was going to tell you that I'm pulling a ghost hunters because I'm not
Yeah.
filming.
'Cause you're-
I told on myself. Damn.
But You also say that you felt like something blew on your hair or touched your hair. I mean, you said blue, like it blew on the back of your neck. Later,
Yeah.
we're telling the
Yeah.
host people that that same scenario, and you described it as someone like blowing on your neck.
Yeah.
But the only other, I have two other things, and I hope that this isn't a million hours long.
Mhm.
But okay, I have audio from this time when we
Cool.
were doing the spirit box, and I think maybe you can hear some of those voices.
Yeah.
It's very faint. It
Yeah.
does sound male to me. I can't make out what they're saying. I'm pretty sure I didn't make a note. Yeah. So I'm not really sure about that, but it's not on the spirit box. This is something that was just happening in the room.
That's wild.
Tell me your name.
So
Yeah.
it's very faint,
Mhm.
and who knows? Maybe it's not an EVP, maybe it's a sound. But when I play it over and over again in my headphones, I think it's two syllables, and I think
Okay.
it's saying Rachel, which
Oh,
is the little girl. But again, maybe it's just in my head from everything, listening to everything else all at the same time, you know?
Mm.
But it's very faint, so it's hard. But I thought I made a little side note that I thought it was saying Rachel.
That's kind of like the same voice, but it's like they're having trouble.
I actually heard a voice.
Yeah, so you heard it like in real time. That sounds just
Yeah.
like a breath
Yeah.
or hi or something. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's very quick and faint.
Hello? That was a man's voice.
You got hello?
I did.
So maybe it's a man. Got a couple different men here. Did you hear them?
Yeah. There's some like whispering going on here.
Yeah, and this one to me sounds kind of like I said it sounded more like a sound like "rah," you know. It's like the word "what" or "rap" is. I put the word "rap" down just to remember that it sounded kind of like a "rar" to me. I don't know what I think I'm hearing, but
Huh.
yeah, that's what.
Did you hear them?
It's so faint though. It really could be anything else. Who knows?
And it is cutting through the stations. I changed it.
I did also wonder if it was the spirit box like turned way up, and that's why you can only catch like a partial sound or something.
Oh.
Is there a man here with us now?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Now?
Yes.
Here with us now?
Yes.
It's very faint again, but there's just something right, and then you react.
Right. Yeah.
And I do not think that one's the spirit box, and I don't think that's you hearing the spirit box. So I think you heard that in real time, but on the audio recorder that's on the table, it's very faint. So
Okay. Yeah.
Dave that plays the board. Is it Mr. Peter?
again, very faint, but
Mhm.
it's that like I don't know. It even sounds a little mechanical or something to me.
Mm.
Mr. Peters or David or Ian? No.
I like how you're like, no, you're saying it wrong. That's what you wanted to say. You're like, no, you got it wrong. Again, Wendy.
No. Oh yeah, I hear that.
Yeah, just
Just
very
let 'em
faint.
be.
You
Just
know, and
let
at
'em
this point, we didn't have any fucking battery power left for these people.
Yeah, that was
So
wild.
I get why they're all faint coming through. So,
Yeah.
but there's something there.
The one where you thought it said "rah" or "rah" or something, like,
Yeah.
that
Like a
makes me
rock.
think of, like, a little kid, like, being a dinosaur, like, "Rawr," and maybe, I mean, if there is a little child spirit there, he's trying to be all spooky to us and try to scare us. Maybe it was a "rawr" that you heard.
Maybe he or she wanted us to go away.
Yeah, right. "Rawr, go, get out of
and,
here."
and they don't know, like, boo,
Right. Right.
Um,
He knows dinosaurs, not ghosts.
but do you remember the time that we were at the Wasika Wonder House and you swear you got a velociraptor? So, I
Yes.
mean,
Yeah.
it's just weird how sometimes those sounds come out like this. And so this is the last one I got. This is after we're on the third floor again, and all I have is an audio recorder. Those sounds in the tower just happened, and we're like, we're not going to investigate that. No
Nope.
thanks.
Nope.
And then we're
It's
just
over.
leaving. So I got this as we're coming down the stairs.
Ooh.
That's me talking.
Oh, okay.
All at once.
Yeah. Where are they going?
Oh, you think so? It just sounds so mechanical
Yeah, I hear
again,
it. Yeah.
like a few EVPs that have come through during this night. And I wasn't really sure if it was an EVP or just the sound or what.
Hmm.
Again, as I played it like over and over again obsessively, I wondered if it was like 2 syllables and that maybe it was like saying goodbye. But what did you think you said it
Where
said?
are they going? What I heard, like, going, or maybe it was go home or something like that. It was it,
Oh.
it was a weird, like, goodbye, but I heard like 2 syllables, and I immediately I thought, where are they going? Yeah, play it again if you don't mind. Yeah, to me, that's what I hear again. Where are they going?
And there's some like clicking and whatnot going on, and that's all my camera making that noise.
Yeah.
I'm fiddling with stuff as we're going down the stairs. And I don't know why that audio recorder's still on. Like I should have just turned it off, but I got this. And yeah, it does sound something like gone or go or
Yeah.
whatever. I mean, it's just kind of like they were like freaking happy we were leaving.
Right. So what I hear, where are they going, doesn't line up with them desperately trying to kick us out. So maybe that's not exactly what it says. That's just what I'm hearing. I've had a really hard time with actually hearing the EVPs though. So maybe if I take it offline, take it on YouTube and just listen to the clips, I'll be able to hear it a little bit better. And maybe it is saying, get the hell out of here, go home.
No,
Maybe that's what it says.
it definitely wasn't that extra and it wasn't that angry or anything, but
Okay.
that is, again, is coming from that Zoom recorder that either had settings that were messed up or it's just a crap recorder. I don't have it anymore. I sold it. So sorry.
Not my problem anymore.
I just don't think that it was like you have to have it really cranked up to hear anything at all. I had to do that I had to increase the volume just to listen to it. It was 3 hours of like what sounded like almost nothing until I enhanced the audio. It was just an auto button on iMovie and it kind of increased it enough for me to start hearing some stuff.
Gotcha.
But yeah, definitely not a good recorder. Glad I don't have it anymore. But there's some interesting sounds that I caught. And again, I can't ever throw anything away.
Yeah.
So I was just sharing that with you today. But that is, I'm pretty sure that is everything that I have from the SK Pierce house. It was from 2 cameras, 1 audio recorder, my phone. Like I looked through all my pictures, didn't see one single interesting picture, but that should be it for me with the SK Pierce. I don't have anything else. I saw that you had on our YouTube channel, if you go under the SK Pierce playlist, you'll see there's some other EVPs and they're very good EVPs. They are from when Chris was there, kind of by herself. She Skyped me, but go listen to those EVPs. They're very good. They're loud. But it was a good investigation all around. We had a good time there for sure.
Oh yeah, SK Pierce, it's wild. Like I said earlier, I've been watching them post things on Instagram because they've reopened for business and they're trying to drum up some business, and so they're posting little clips of things happening, like lights going off and noises, and it's like an itch that I got to scratch, and it's just like I want to go back. I want to do that again because it was such a the amount of battery drain in one location, like, and we've been to so many different places, and so many different places have, yeah, there's been some battery drain. I don't remember any place ever like this much where it was just like, oh, you got some life, now it's mine, and then Wendy comes out with like a million EVPs, and probably because they were draining the life out of all of our equipment just to produce that.
And what's kind of wild is like there's so many faint EVPs, but then there's some really loud ones. So
Yeah.
like, did they suck up that energy, get that one out there,
Yeah.
and then after that they're like,
Yeah. I need more.
This is all I've got.
Yeah.
Feed me,
Feed me.
I don't know, but yeah, that we had never experienced. I know I just talked about like equipment sucking or whatever, but no, not that. This was something different. Like everything was dying. There is not many times at all that I'm down to having to record on my phone.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
like
never you.
You'll never see that really, because I don't even usually have it like on me. So, and my Sony can really hang in there too.
Yeah.
But even it was dying at the end of the night, and that I have 3 batteries with me. So
Wow.
that Sony has 3 battery packs. The other little camera it probably only had 1, but
and those ghosts said, "Yes, ma'am, I'll take that."
They were like, "This is delicious,
delicious energy. Thank you so much. We were starving. It was 2020, and nobody was coming there, so yeah, that's why they ate up all the battery.
Yeah, that was probably the first time they've seen some people, and they were just so freaking excited and hungry.
That's a Christmas.
Yeah, so go to our YouTube channel. You should already be there if you're watching this. So that was a comment.
Hi.
Hi. Welcome. Like and subscribe and comment on this video. You'll get notifications when we upload another one. Then go to all our social medias. And Chris keeps up with all of that. She does a fantastic job of posting the little clips from this show and from our previous investigations. So she'll just post like random EVPs from Wasika Wonder House or whatever to get your opinion on those in the meantime in between our shows.
Yeah, I'll have to find that raptor clip now and get that one out there. Seriously, how often do you get a raptor in your EVPs? Like never. We do.
And why can't their ghosts exist out there? I mean, they're dead. So but that's all I got for you.
It was wonderful. Thank you. Yep. So our socials are Creatures of the Night or COTN_paranormal, depending on if you're on TikTok or on Instagram or on Facebook. And I think that's it, but you can find us all. They're all linked actually on our YouTube main page. You just click the link and it'll take you right there. So that's it. Thanks, guys.
All right. Bye.
Bye.